G'day, all you lovely people out there, and welcome to the very first episode of Kindness Pandemic TV, a channel dedicated to entertaining, educating, and supporting, well, you, our community. My name's Damien Cole, and with me is founder of Life is the Way, good friend of mine and all-round legend, Mr. Tom Robb. How are you, Tom?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Dano. Thank you. And thank you so much for the warm welcome and a big hello to all of you out there. You know, here at Kindness Pandemic TV, we're all about acknowledging the local traditional landowners of this place and worldwide for that matter as well. For us here, that is the Waterong people. And we're very lucky to have a very special woman, Karina Eccles, here to run us through an acknowledgement of country. So we'll pass it over to her and we'll see you guys all shortly. Over to you, Karina.
Waterong Maroop. In the mother tongue of my people and my country, Waterong country, I say Waterong spirit. I acknowledge the Waterong spirit of my ancestors before me, the Waterong spirit of our Mother Earth, our country, which our bloodline is connected to, our people and our spirit is connected to. From Waterong country, I'm going to do an acknowledgement in the Waterong mother tongue to acknowledge all the countries in which people are gathered on today. Mukbarin Waterong Begurk, Nadi Karina, Bengadak Yaniak, Munja, Jarupajaru, Munja, Dulatabil, Nabityaluk, Naru, Bengadak Yatnija, Murup, Karingalabil, Murupak, Garingalabil, Ja, Bengadak Yatni, Mundiga, Muring, Muriyo, Bubup, Kulumadanao, Wurukai, Wadanao. In Waterong language I say, my name is Karina, I'm a proud Waterong woman. We acknowledge the traditional people, the first peoples of land across country, their connection to their country and spirit of country and spirit of ancestors. We acknowledge their continuing care of land, country, water, rivers and sea. We thank the Creator Spirit for creation of our beautiful country. And we thank our elders, past, present and future. Let's walk together. Let's talk together. Gubara. Take care. Yatni. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Karina, for an incredibly powerful acknowledgement of country. And it really just drives home the importance of paying our respects to traditional owners from all countries within Australia as well as around the world.
Yeah, that's right, Dano. And again, thank you so much for Karina to just take the time out of your day to do that for us. We're very appreciative of that. Now, folks, as Damo said at the start of this, Kindness Pandemic TV is all about entertainment and education. And in today's show, we actually have a plethora of really talented people. There's wildlife experts, live music, there's some yoga classes, some painting classes, fitness classes, and so much more.
Yeah, definitely. And then the supporting part of this this whole initiative that we've created is to really give back to different charities every single show, and as well as also making sure that we look after those that have provided segments for us. So we do have a donate button just below, and all profits will be going to the different charities every show and also the different artists that provide that. And this week, we're so lucky to have an incredible charity called Ocean Mind, which provides therapeutic surf lessons to young people who are experiencing any mental health illness or experiencing hardship in their lives at the moment. And they're an incredible charity that give back so much to our communities. So please do give us give a few dollars down the bottom there, donate. Every dollar does make a real difference to not only those kids, but those small businesses and individuals who are providing these segments on Kindness Pandemic TV.
That's right, Damo. Well said. Now, folks, up first, we've actually got Xavier from Wildlife Exposure. So we're going to head right over to him and see what he has to show us. Over to you, Xavier.
G'day folks, my name's Xavier Morello. Thanks so much to the Kindness Pandemic for having me on today. I am really stoked to be invited on and be working with you guys. This is fantastic, so thanks to everything you're doing. So great, I'm here today, I guess, to introduce myself and what I do. I run a business called Wildlife Exposure. So we specialise in wildlife conservation education through interactive live experiences. So we have a number of native animals we keep here at our Wildlife Exposure headquarters. They're part of our family. We take very good care of our animals. We love them intensely, and we actually hand rear a lot of them. So that way they're used to people. So we can take them out to schools, kinders and events, and people can have a personal one-on-one experience with an animal that they would not normally get so close to. All our animals, while they are captive bred, they are ambassadors for their wild counterparts. And I really believe that strongly. Obviously, animals are ideal and best suited in the wild, but we don't live in a perfect world. And creating a connection with animals and wildlife, I think, has never been more important than it is now in the world we live in. And what I do every day, I see it in children that they are searching for an understanding of the world and an understanding of themselves and where they fit into the world. And I believe animals can help create an understanding, I guess, of where we fit in. We are living things ourselves. We're animals. So we have an innate and a natural instinct, I think, that connects us to other animals, to wildlife. And I believe it helps kids understand where they fit into the world by being able to see, touch, and have that personal experience with an animal. And behind me, I have Nina. You can hear her. She's hard to avoid. She's a barking owl for obvious reasons. They make this really distinct call. And right now she's talking to me. She's saying, Zabe, you're going to feed me? Come on, Zabe. Come on, give me something to eat. She's a carnivore, so she'll eat meat. And for me to get her out, I have to put on a glove. And you've probably seen these before. It's a falconry glove. So falconry is one of the oldest forms of animal training. So there's a huge history there with humans and animals, and some of it goes way back to birds of prey. Birds of prey were used to hunt and also to travel messages. So they're really fascinating history there with birds of prey and falconry. This glove's just really thick, stops her scratching me with her large claws. You'll see in a moment. And I'm going to have to dangle a bit of meat to get her to cooperate with me and jump onto the glove so I get a closer look at her. So excuse people at home if it's a bit graphic. The animal, obviously, I'm going to feed it is not live, so don't be worried. It's just a little mouse. So excuse me. Hey, Nina. 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 Oh, that didn't work. She's took the mouse and she's gone. All right, I'll see if she'll come back. She should cooperate. These live things are fun, you know. Animals are a bit unpredictable. So, hey, Nina, come back. Come on, good girl. All right, she's back over here. So up close before she flies away again. Huge talons, you can see there. She wants this bit of chicken I've got for her. There's a little chicken leg for her. But these talons help them to capture and kill their prey. So they're a really powerful owl. The hawk owl is the type of owl she is, the barking owl. We get two types of owls in Australia. Hawk owls with their large, powerful beaks, and masked owls with their round faces. Now, the barking owl, sadly, in Victoria is listed as critically endangered. So these birds, not many left in the wild. There's believed to be only around 50 breeding pairs left in Victoria. And it's mainly due to habitat loss. So the loss of, viable habitat and nesting sites. So these birds will nest in the hollows of old dead trees. And it can take up to 300 years for a hollow to form. And you can appreciate these owls need quite large hollows. So when those trees are cut down for whatever reason, and often dead trees are not seen as anything useful, whereas they're really important habitat. You know, these hollows create nesting sites for these birds. Also, these birds need a large range to hunt. So by that, they need more space, so they need more habitat. So they are actually more vulnerable to, basically land clearing and those situations. I'll see if she'll come back up. I want to talk about her eyes. Hey, Alba, come up. Oh, Alba's my other owl, Nina. Nina, come up. Come on, girl. Come on. Just come. Oh, good girl. So I'll introduce you to Alba another time. But Nina has large eyes, like all owls. Large eyes. Yeah, mate. Sorry. I've got... Oh, hang on. I'll come and let you in. Sorry, guys. Doing this live's going to be fun. I've got one of my kids at the door, wants a hand with something. So let me put Nina away. Hang on, Jack. I'm coming, mate. Okay, Nina. You go back in there. You go back in there. Good girl. Sorry, guys. I might have to cut this. Just give me a second. Yeah, come in, mate. Come in. Sorry, yeah. I might have to cut it. And if I don't mind, I'll deal with this little scallywag, and I'll come back to you with another animal in a second. Is that cool? Do you want to wave to everybody there quickly, Jack? Wait, say hello. Hello. Yeah, thanks for interrupting. That's great. Okay, speak soon.
No worries at all, Zave. Completely understand, mate. And in the current situation with kids at home, I know you've got all the animals there. You've got your hands full, mate. So let's just hope we can cut back across to you a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, that's right, Damo. Thanks very much, Dave. And, you know, in these times, family always comes first. So what I will say is, though, Damo, that barking owl, mate, what a hoot.
Oh, Mr. Tom Robb,
Am I right?
You're gonna make a great father with those dad jokes, mate. Well, listen, as we have been mentioning, we here at Kindness Pandemic TV are all about entertaining, educating, and supporting our community. And as we mentioned, our charity this week is Ocean Mind. Now, Tom, you caught up with the CEO and founder of Ocean Mind, Miss Rachel Parker, a couple of days ago. So we're going to cut straight across and get a little bit more insight as to the workings, the history, and how Ocean Mind is really dealing with the current crisis happening around the world and what proactive measures they're taking. So without further ado, here we go, and we'll cut across.
Hey, buddy. Oh, no sound.
Got it.
Yeah. What's going on?
Nothing much.
You did it.
Enjoying home life.
Yep. How's the weather?
Pretty wintry and dreary at the moment.
Yeah, man. Same here for my dad. I think I had to shoo away the penguins when I rocked inside, but you get that. Anyway, look, we'll get started. For those of you that don't know, welcome to all our viewers. This is Rachel Parker from Ocean Mind. And Rach, thanks so much for being with us on the show today. This is awesome to have you on board. Could you maybe just start us off with telling us about what Ocean Mind is and just what you do within that company?
Yeah, not a problem. So Ocean Mind is a charity that works with young people with mental health issues, social isolation, and disabilities. And what we do is we run 6-week surf therapy programs where we match young people one-to-one with a surf mentor and get them in groups of 10 down at the beach, teaching them to surf, but also teaching them to build up their confidence, to learn those socialization skills, learning how to work as a team, and really just having fun and getting out there and being part of a new community as well. So once our kids have gone through our 6-week program, they've caught their first wave, they've met their mentor and have created some really, really great new friendships, they can still continue being part of the Ocean Mind community by being part of our surf club, which meet at the moment not at the moment, but we used to meet every fortnight. And it gives the young people some long-term support that they often don't get when they go through programs. So that's kind of what we do at Ocean Mind. A lot of fun, a lot of stoke, a lot of surfing with kids, but also a lot of big changes for them as well.
Amazing! That sounds so great. And really quickly, can I ask how? Because I mean, you started this whole thing. What was the inspiration? Like, where were you just like, you know what? I think kids need this in their lives. How did that all come about?
Yeah, I guess it's a big, long story, and it starts when I first became a youth worker over 10 years ago. I was working with a lot of young people in the homelessness sector, and they really wouldn't engage with the mental health support services that were out there. And we're always trying to find out what kind of support would they actually sort of really engage with? Would they find beneficial? And when I discovered surfing myself, I was like, this is it. This is the modality that I think will work really, really well for young kids, especially young men, to sort of really engage in sort of engage with the sport of surfing, but also engage in it as a therapeutic tool as well for their mental health. And so I contacted the guys over in the Wave Project in the UK. They've been running surf therapy programs for about 8 years, and I said, hey, I don't have anything quite like this in Australia. Can we give it a go? And they jumped on board, and like Joe, the CEO, was just like, yeah, let's give it a go. And then we piloted the program, the way that they run their program down here in the Surf Coast, and the kids just got so much from it. But it wasn't even just the kids, it was the families and also the mentors, and everybody was getting so much. Drawing board, we tweaked them a little bit, and we keep tweaking them, but yeah, and we created Ocean Mind from that. That was about 4 years ago now, and we've just been growing and growing, and the need of the kids has just been growing and growing, which has been fantastic. We love getting out there and getting the kids in the water, and providing as much support as we can.
Awesome, mate. That sounds so good. Well done.
Thanks.
One question I had for you, I mean, it sounds like you guys are making a huge impact in kids' lives, which is fantastic. Have you got any personal stories from anyone that's kind of come back and shared their story with you, or anything like that at all?
There are so many, but I think one that really sticks in my mind all the time, it really encompasses what Ocean Mind's all about, is one of the young boys. I'm just going to call him Joe, just to keep it anonymous. So he came to the program. He was really shy. He was really withdrawn. He never really, mum say he would stay at home. Didn't really have many friends. Didn't have friends at school either. Was kind of, would sit by himself, would go inside and play computer games, but would live inside of this computer world and didn't really feel comfortable talking to other young people. So he was referred through the program, and he was really, really hesitant to get in the water, to be with other young people. But he came down, and he showed up to the beach every single day, and that was a big step for him. And his mentor that he was matched with worked really, really slowly with him and really engaged with him in a way that really spoke to what his interests were. So found out that he was into coding, and they would sit on the beach and they would code what surfing looked like. And so in their little computer, in the little computer world, they found out that what you would have to do to actually surf through coding it in the sand. And so they would build up for building that code, and then eventually they pressed play, and that got the young boy into the water. And so he slowly built up his confidence, going in the water, and then he caught his first wave, and he was just over the moon. Like the big smile on his face, he was screaming, he let everyone know. But not only was he so excited, the whole group was excited. We'd all been watching his progress, and the other young people had been watching his progress over the whole 6 weeks. And he got to his feet, and it was just celebrations all round, which was just amazing. It makes your heart full, and it's the kind of stuff that we do. And he has been involved with us now for a year. He keeps coming back. He's surfing. He teaches other kids to surf and tells them that it's not so scary, and he's really gentle with them. But the best part, I think, is his mum sent me an email, would have been late last year, just to let me know that he's actually gone out into the community and introduced himself to all the kids that live in the community near him and near his house. And he has a whole bunch of new friends that he goes out and plays with, and he's not stuck in his little computer world anymore. He now feels like he has lots of friends, and he feels confident enough to go out and talk to them all, which is just going to be absolutely life-changing for him.
Amazing. Whoa, that's so good. What a legend. Go Joe. Was that his pretend name, Joe? Go Joe.
Hey?
Was that his pretend name, Joe?
Go Joe. Yeah, that was a pretend name, Joe, but he is he's such a good kid. Absolutely love him.
Right on. And you guys are growing, as far as I'm told, pretty rapidly. You had a story, you'll have to fill in the gaps, but Jack Freestone came and got involved, and Did
Yeah.
some kids onto some waves or something? What happened there?
Yeah, so last year we were lucky enough that Jack came down to one of our surf club days. He was, I think, on a lay day with the Rip Curl Pro, and decided to come down, kind of meet the kids, to give them a bit of inspiration. Just be like, I started off learning to surf as well. Started off on these foam boards and talking to all the kids and really giving them, that role model to look up to as well, and he was fantastic. The kids absolutely loved seeing him down at the beach. They keep talking about it now, about that time Jack Freestone came, and they were hoping to see him again this year. But unfortunately, with the Rip Curl Pro being cancelled, nobody's actually able to come down. But maybe next year we'll be able to get him back. And the kids just absolutely love being able to see their heroes come down the beach and support them, and be part of the program as well.
Amazing. Awesome. And you mind, I guess, just moving on from all of that stuff, the current climate is pretty tough times for everyone. How are you guys going at the moment with things? Have you got are you just waiting for this to pass and then you'll start rebooking things in, or what's the go there?
Well, when this first all started and we had to make that really tough decision to close down our programs, our face-to-face programs, we kind of looked at the group of young people that we support and realized that at this point in time they're going to need more support than what they usually do. These are a high-risk group of young people that we're supporting down at the beaches, and we can't just stop that support because lots of other support's going to be stopped. So we've decided to kind of move all our programs online. We're having a new Zoom session, which is going to be a big group session. We're going to call it the drop-in, just keeping that surf theme there. And so we're going to have, this space where kids can come and connect still, and the kids that are part of the surf club can keep coming and connecting with each other. We had some sessions this week where kids were sharing their music abilities, and they were sharing, we made up a dance party. And so it's just about making sure that we connect. We have those mentors connecting as well with the young people and giving them a space where they can come. It's not school, it's not work or anything like that, but they can learn about surfing. We're going to give them exercises on how they can still, keep paddle fit and keep fit for surfing whilst they're at home. And we're going to do lots of different ideas and try and make it real fun and make it real happy. Give them some yoga classes, some meditation, really make sure that their mental health is looked after. But we're also providing an opportunity for them to get one-to-one support as well. So if any of the young people are really struggling, we're able to do some one-to-one sessions with them. It's not counselling as such, it's just that support there and a support worker being there. And if they need additional support, we can connect them up with the right support, either digitally or get in contact with the right services for them.
Awesome. Good on you, mate.
Yeah.
Way to adapt to the times.
Yeah, I think everyone's had to really adapt to what's the challenges that we're all facing right now, which is, we can't go out, we can't do what we usually do. And it's a really tough time and tough space for everyone to be in. A lot of people, are losing their jobs, or their jobs are all at home, and that presents its own challenges. I think I was speaking to someone the other day. We're all in our own boats with the struggles and challenges that we have, but we're all in the same sea, and that's globally. We're all in this same, messy ocean, which is a really, I think, an interesting way of putting it, and to see that everyone is going to have some form of struggle globally in this crisis.
Yeah, good analogy too. We've almost out of time. Very quickly, Can you just tell us, outside of all of this, the time that we're in right now, once this is all blown over, what does that look like for you when we're kind of back? I don't want to say business as usual, but, just back to things being a bit more normal than what they are.
I guess as soon as we get a chance to get back on the beach, we want to hit the ground running. We understand and we really know that at the moment it's not possible for us to be connecting together really well face to face. But I think for our mental health, it's going to be really important that as soon as we can, we do. And so Ocean Mind's preparing ourselves for kind of hitting the ground running to do as many programs and get as many young people and as many mentors trained up and people connected and communities developed as quickly as possible, post social isolation.
Yeah.
So, we're looking at how we can do that. We are just sort of sitting on the sidelines waiting for the green light, and then we'll be back in the water, back providing therapeutic surfing, and doing it at hopefully a much bigger scale than what we were doing before.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic, mate. Thank you. And can we just really quickly, I mean, anyone that's watching this, parent, guardian, whatever they might be,
Support worker, anyone, yep.
Instagram handles, websites, email, like how can we kind of follow you up and come and say good day?
Yeah, well, our website is www.oceanmind.org.au. We're also on Facebook, Ocean Mind Inc., and on Instagram, Ocean Mind Inc. So jump on all those channels. If you have any questions, we're always here. We're always open to talk with anyone. And if you really need support, please, get in contact. We're here to support the community.
Great. Awesome. Well, Rach, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate you sitting down and having a chat with us.
Not a problem.
Yeah, well done for, as we said, kind of adapting to the times, and good luck for the future. I'm sure you don't need it. It sounds like an amazing project.
Cheers. Thanks, Tom.
Anytime, mate. We'll definitely see you for a surf when this all blows over.
I think so, definitely.
No worries, legend. We'll speak soon. Thanks again.
All right. See you later. Woo!
All right. Thank you so much for that, Tom, from a few days ago. And thank you, Rachel Parker, CEO and founder of Ocean Mind, who is our supporting charity for this week. And as we have been mentioning, we do have a donate button just below down here, and all profits will be going to Ocean Mind, as well as those who provided a segment. So once again, this is the Kindness Pandemic TV community supporting each other.
Yeah, that's right, Damo. And thanks again, Rach. I had a really good time interviewing you. It's nice to hear about what Ocean Mind are doing in the current climate. Folks, coming up next, we've actually got Lucy Johnston from Think, Eat, Feel, and she's going to be running us through a very short 10-minute workout session. Chicky's disclaimer, normally there'll be music that goes to this, but we haven't got the rights to that music. So if you would like to join in, you can pick a song off her Spotify playlist or one of your own. But grab your activewear, come and get involved. That's going to be a real fun time. And I don't know about you, Damo, but I'm actually getting involved in that right now. So we'll cut across to Lucy. I'm going to join in, and we'll see you guys all soon.
Yeah, I reckon I'm going to have to join as well then. Okay, enjoy, and we'll see you very, very shortly.
Hey guys, this is Lucy from Think, Eat, Feel. I've been asked to do a few fitness videos for Kindness TV, and I was going to do kind of just a pretty boring strength circuit that you had to follow and do so many reps and that sort of stuff. And then I thought I need to stay motivated and put some music on and make it a bit fun for myself. So I thought I'll do an old school abs, butts and thighs aerobics routine with some fun music. You can follow my playlist at Spotify, Lucy Amelia Johnston, and I'll put it up on my Think, Eat, Feel Instagram page as well, so at Think, Eat, Feel. And or you can go to my website, thinkeatfeel.com. So this is just abs, butts and thighs. This is just a short segment that's going to take max 10 minutes. We're going to do a warm-up and then a squat track. And then in the next segment that will be a full 40 minutes, we'll have that plus about 6 or 7 sculpting floor tracks of the abs, butts and thighs, and a great warm down or stretch as well. Okay, so please let me know what you think. If you want something different next time or something more similar, let me know. Send me in yourselves doing the workout too and dance along. I hope you have fun. Okay. We're just going to start by marching on the spot. Get yourself into the timing of the song. So the first track is Chris Brown, Closer, Forever. Alright, so little side steps. heel to butt. Back to side step, 2 across, and 2 back. Back to the heel curl here, 2 across. Stop the hips. Three heel curls here, hold, 2 more, and travel again. 3 here, 2, travel again. All right, we're going to step back, easy walk forward. Lead from the hips. You can add a little knee instead of the step if you like. I hope you sing along to this song as well while you're listening to it. 3 here, hold. 2, change sides. All right, 7 on this side. So drop, 6, 5, 4. Back to marching out. Good. Try and get the knees a little higher. All right, we're going to take our feet wider. Weight through the heels, toes slightly out. Start to set the butt back behind you. Core on, drive up through the glutes. Nice and slow. Weight through the heels. Push the heels through the floor, squeeze the buttocks to get to the top. Good. Just warming up for the squat track coming up after this. Back to the side step. Heel. Alright, you've been to this part before. Travel for 2. Curls. If you want, 3. One more. Good work. Okay, let's keep moving. We're going to move into a squat track, okay? And this is track 2 of the full workout. So just make sure your feet are a little wider than your hips to start with. Below your belly, slightly drawn in. Try not to fall forward with your head. So easy down. Good. So the song that we're listening here is Be the One by Dua Lipa, okay? So you're going to hear us say, I see the moon, 3, 2, drive up, okay? Make sure you're sitting back, okay? Good. control. Push the heels to the floor. We're going to do one more. She's about to go into the chorus here, and we're going to do some singles. Let's go. Heart rate's going to get up a little higher. You might be feeling it in your thighs and your butt. Hold here and pulse. Hold. Let it start to burn in the thighs. Okay. 2-2 timing. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking before he wants to get involved. So 3, 2, 1. I might let him come and be part of the floor tracks. Use this time to get your breath, because we're going to go back into singles after one more, okay? Set the core, weight mainly through the heels, hold at the top, drop down. How many can you do? Drop and hold, pulse. Load into the glutes. One more, shake it out the top. Well done. All right, sumo squats, nice and wide. Feet wide, toes wide. Open the knees. Hold up. Keep the knees working outward to the wall behind you. Singles. Are you feeling it in the thighs and your butt? Hold at the bottom. Pulse. Hold. Good work, guys. Extra burn at the end. Hold. Upright. Well done. Okay. Good work, guys. That's the first 2 tracks of an abs, butts and thighs workout. The rest is actually on the floor and you get a nice stretch at the end. So I hope you got to sweat up like I did for that, and you join me for the next full 40-minute ab, butt and thigh workout. See you later. Bye.
Woo, all right. Thank you so much, Lucy from Think, Eat, Feel. And may I say, what a workout, eh, Tom? How are you feeling?
Yeah, mate, that was quite fun. Thank you so much, Lucy. You know, I don't know if I'd be calling it workout in the current climate, but maybe more like work in.
Oh.
Am I right?
Well, there you go, viewers. There is another one of Tom Rob's famous puns. Thank you so much for that, mate. Now, listen, into our next segment. As we've been seeing around the world at the moment, there is a lot of news out there, and a lot of it can be quite overwhelming, and you know, it can be definitely a little bit negative. So here at Kindness Pandemic TV, we've taken a little bit of a different spin on it, and we are taking on more of a global good news. And to get us through this segment, we've got Tina, our news anchor. So Tina, take it away.
Hi everyone, welcome to Good News Stories on KPTV. I'm Tina Quinn and I'm coming to you from Sydney, Australia. Making good news this week, a movement of a different kind is taking place online. The Bin Isolation Outing group on Facebook is encouraging Aussies to dress up for the weekly occasion of putting the bins out for rubbish collection. Because lockdown means the bins go out more than we do, participants are asked to get creative and post photos of their get-ups, as laughter is indeed the best medicine.
Life is like a hurricane, get in, duck, bird, race past lasers, aeroplanes, it's a duck blur.
Those are some pretty interesting outfits. Now, it's not just a good news week for humans. The first female koala admitted into the Port Macquarie Koala Hospital during last summer's devastating bushfires has been released back into her natural habitat. 4-year-old Anwen captured hearts across the nation when she was admitted into the intensive care unit with badly burnt arms. Now she is able to return home with at least 26 other koalas to follow suit over the coming days. That is just so good to see. Now, you might not think that social media is for the elderly, but that hasn't stopped the world's most famous octogenarian from getting in on the fun for a good cause. 82-year-old actress and activist Jane Fonda, already active on Instagram and Twitter, joined TikTok earlier this month to announce that she would be reviving her legendary home workouts to help people stay active during the coronavirus lockdown.
My name is Jane Fonda, and I'm going to bring back the Jane Fonda workout.
What an incredible woman. She's always walking the walk. Now, in India, residents in the city of Jalandhar have been posting photos of the Himalayan mountain range, which for the first time in over 30 years is visible from more than 100 miles away. The Himalayan mountain range is usually obscured to the residents of Jalandhar due to heavy air pollution, but thanks to the coronavirus lockdown, which has all but seized both flight and automobile traffic, dramatic improvements in the state's air quality have allowed residents to view breathtaking sights of the amazing snow-capped Himalayas. Hopefully they stay visible for years to come. Now, snow sports brand Anon and its parent company Burton Snowboards are doing their bit to help medical professionals on the front lines of the fight against COVID-19. So far, they have donated 500,000 face masks and over 1,300 goggles to Goggles for Docs, a charity which is urgently sourcing protective wear for doctors and nurses to combat medical supply shortages. What absolute legends. And speaking of absolute legends, in the United Kingdom, 99-year-old World War II veteran Captain Tom Moore set out to raise £1,000 for the UK's National Health Service by doing 100 lengths of his back garden on his walker. He has instead raised over £19 million. Wow. Captain Moore, who turns 100 years old at the end of this month, also urged us all to remember that things will indeed get better. Well, with people like him around, no doubt they will. Now, warming hearts around the world, a 6-year-old girl has found a unique way to stay connected with her grandfather while in quarantine. The pair, who are lucky enough to live across the road from each other, have been partaking in what can only be described as a joyous dance-off to the Jackson 5's ABC. That is just too cute. Well, thanks for joining me in some good news this week. It's back over to you, Tom and Damo.
Thanks so much, Tina, and some incredible pieces of good news there. Particularly I just love that segment about the 99-year-old war veteran, and for me, it's really true testament to the power of community in a time when we do need it most.
Yeah, that's right, Damo. It's been a trying time for a lot of people, and especially musicians. It's really nice to see that in this current climate, a lot of them have jumped online to share their skills and talents, and some have even jumped onto online music festivals and things like that, which is fantastic. Which brings us to our next segment. We've got Daniel Aaron coming up. He's a very talented musician, as you'll see very shortly. And as we did mention at the very beginning, we have a link below where if you have gotten some value out of this, it's made you smile or you've learned a thing or two, all of our donations do get split between those musicians and Ocean Mind, which is the charity that we've chosen this week. So if you've enjoyed it, chuck us a couple of bucks. It goes a long way. And without further ado, here is Daniel Aaron.
G'day, I hope you're doing well. My name is Daniel Aaron. Thank you to the Kindness Pandemic for having me on this little segment. I'm going to be playing one of my songs called Running Backwards for you. to try and contain it, but instead it's got me in containment, sitting there waiting for me to cave in. Sometimes I contemplate it, but I'm too afraid to let myself cave in. Cause when I'm not caged in, I am on stage and I'm liberated. It's my place of salvation, the root of my motivation. So I'm sorry I hesitated and that I didn't communicate it, but I am in love with creation. I feel your energy, I see your empathy. It means so much to me, what is it meant to be? Is it enough for me to feel incomplete out of your company, where I can rest in peace? But I can only rest in pieces of peace, cause it means more than I can ever believe. And I know that you see that I do feel the heat, and I hope that you know that I do feel your grief. I feel love would be to become enemy, so just know my antidote is our memories. And I hope that you'll always be the friend I need, cause I know that you'll always have a friend in me. I don't wanna be the one to change you, I just wanna be the one to save you. I just want you to be you and not have to be who I want you to be to see this.
Wow, thank you so much, Daniel Aaron, for that incredible song. Just to see such a young musician just mastering all of those instruments is simply mind-blowing, particularly for someone like myself who can barely do two things at once. Yeah, what did you think about that, Tom?
Yeah, mate, I thought that was fantastic. Thank you so much, Daniel. Yeah, I was watching it trying to rub my stomach and pat my head at the same time, and I couldn't even do that. So a very talented person you are indeed. Coming up next, folks, we've actually got Monica from Untitled Yoga, and she's going to be teaching us kids yoga, which I think is fantastic in the current climate, just to get our kids out of their heads and into their bodies. So without further ado, grab your yoga mats, grab your kids, and let's go and learn some much needed mindfulness. Over to you, Nika.
Hi everyone, my name is Monica from Tidal Yoga, and this is my little helper, Gigi. Gigi's come in to help me show you some basic yoga poses that you can practice at home every single day. So if you've even done yoga before, that's okay, you can still join in with us, can't they, Gigi? Yeah, and you can still practice. So if you haven't done yoga before, don't be worried because you're going to have heaps of fun. And for the big kids out there, we've got lots of little kids watching, so we're going to have to talk to them a little bit. So if you kind of think this is a little bit young for you, that's okay, but you can still join in anyway and have some fun. What do you reckon? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the first thing we like to do when we start yoga is to breathe. Do we breathe through our nose? Through our mouth? Nose, yeah. So what I want you to do is sit up nice and tall, place your hands on your knees, and take your shoulders, lift them up around your ears, and then just drop them down. That's it. Let's try that again. Take your shoulders up around your ears, big breath in, and breathe out. Drop them down. One more time. Big breath in. And we're going to use the breathing ball. Yeah. Big breath in and out. Good. Now keeping your shoulders down, we're going to take our hands out to the side, because the lovely thing we like to do when we practice yoga is make our body move with our breath. So as we breathe in, we raise our hands up. As we breathe out, our hands come down. Big breath in as you raise your hands up high. Big breath out as you come down. And the trick is to breathe out as slowly as you can. So we're going to keep our breath here and breathe out. Stop breathing out till I say 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try that one more time. Big breath in. Hold your breath, breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bowing forward. We always like to start our yoga practice with the word namaste, don't we, Gigi? Namaste. Good work. All right, so we're going to actually wake our body up a little bit. Our bodies might be feeling a little bit sluggish after sitting around at home, not getting out very much these days. So let's wake our body up. We're literally going to put your hands on top of your head and we're going to say, wake up. So tapping the top of your head. That's it. Say tap, 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 tap. Wake up. Very good. And to your forehead. Tapping on your forehead. Wake up, forehead. And down to your cheeks. Wake up, cheeks. And down to your chin. Wake up, chin. Now this is a really lovely thing to do. It wakes up all the little nerves underneath your skin. And it's really, really good for your body. And then we're going to take our hands into fists. Take them to your chest, just like a monkey. Take a big breath in. Very good. This is really good for keeping your lungs nice and healthy, which we really want to do. So every day, your homework is going to be keep your lungs nice and healthy, and we're going to tap into our lungs. Tap, 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 tap. Take one arm out to the side, and we're going to tap all the way down the arm. All the way down into the palm of your hand.
Don't do it too hard, otherwise you might hurt.
Yeah, not too hard. And turn your arm over, let's go up the other side. And let's pound back into our chest. Down the other side. Tap, 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 tap. All the way down to your hand. Turn your hand over, back up the other side. And one more time, back into your lungs. Very good. Are you tapping into your lungs?
We think that part for a bit of fun.
Yeah, it is a bit of fun, isn't it? This is your rib cage here. See if you can feel your rib cage. Oh, your rib cage protects all your special organs inside your body. So we're going to give our organs a little bit of a wake up too today. So take your hands to one side and just pound, pound, pound. Other side. And into our back. Very good. Take your legs out front. Very good. Actually, just stretch your feet out. My feet are a little bit dirty. Is breath out. Coming all the way down to your toes. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Big breath in. This time, let your hands fall. Now, they might only come to your knees. They might come to just your legs or your ankles. If they come to your toes, that's great. It doesn't matter where they go. But now you're going to let your head fall all the way down. All the way down, just like Gigi. Good job. Stay here. Take 2 breaths. Big breath in and out. Close your eyes. Big breath in and out. And come all the way back up. All right, bend one leg. We're going to pick up your foot. Okay, and you're going to tap into the bottom of your foot. So wake up, foot. Wake up, foot. Very good. And then pick your foot up. Pick up your knee. Pick it up like a little baby. And rock your baby. Good work. That's it. Warming up your hips. Very good. Maybe you want to smell your feet. And stretch that leg out. Let's do the other leg. Pick up your foot, tap into the bottom of your foot and say, wake up, foot. Wake up, foot. Nice little tap, tap, tap. That's it. And place your hand under your foot and the other one under your knee and rock your baby. Good job. Maybe big circles. Nice. Maybe the other way. And smell your baby. Ooh. Very good. Taking your legs out. Okay, so we're going to do a little practice called Salute to the Sun. Can you say that?
Salute to the sun.
Because we all love the sunshine, don't we? And we know sunshine is really good for keeping disease away too.
When it gets a bit too hot, fires cancer.
You have to, what? Slip, slop, slap, don't you? All right, so come onto your hands and knees. All right, and we're going to come all the way up here. Let's come up and reach up to the sun. Yeah. Come all the way down to your hands. Arch your back up here towards the sky. Dip your belly button down. And we're going to come through to cobra pose. So dip your chest down towards the mat and your chin and slide up to cobra. Very good. Bend your knees, tuck your toes under and lift up into downward facing dog. And then come all the way back down. Very good. So we're going to do that a little bit faster. This is a bit of a practice for Salute to the Sun, isn't it? We're going to go through it a little bit more in another video next time you see us. So let's do this a little bit faster. Come all the way up. Big breath in as you come up. Big breath out as you go down. Big breath in, yeah. As you arch your back up. Big breath out as you dip your belly button down. Big breath in as you slide up to cobra. Big breath out as you come into downward facing dog. And then all the way down to mouse. Very good. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to let you do this with Gigi while I watch Gigi, and I'm going to watch you as well. So, come all the way down to mouse. Let's come all the way up. Take a big breath in. All the way up, arms all the way up. Beautiful, Gigi. Come down to your hands and knees and breathe out. Big breath in as you look up. Big breath out as you come to cat. Very good. Tuck your toes under. Come up. Oh no, snake pose. I nearly forgot. Come all the way up to snake. And downward facing dog. You're doing a great job. Beautiful work. And down to mouse. Oh, how's your body feeling? Good. Shall we do this another couple of times? Okay, ready? Let's go. Big breath in, come up and down. Let's go to cow, cat, cobra, dog, and mouse. Beautiful. This time we're going to come into dog pose. So come out here with your hands out front. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Good job. Make sure your hands are about the same width as your shoulder, maybe just a little bit more. Tuck your toes and lift up into downward facing puppy. And this is where it gets fun. Yeah. What do dogs like to do when they go for a walk? What do they do when they find a tree? Can you show me? Ready? We're going to do our three-legged dog. Lift up into downward facing dog. Lift up your leg as if you found a tree. Good job. And all the way down. Let's do the other leg. Good work. Come all the way down. Bend your knees and walk, 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 walk your hands all the way to your feet. And let's bend your knees just a little bit and come all the way up. Talking of trees, shall we do tree pose?
Yeah.
Yes, Gigi is really good at tree pose, so I'm going to get her to show you.
If it's a bit hard, you could hold on to something.
Yes.
So it can't be on your knee.
Yes, so Gigi has a very good tip here for everyone. Two, actually, she's given us. You can practice tree pose, which is a really nice balance pose, either by yourself without holding on to anything. So it's really good to practice. You can start with putting one foot on top of the other, then bring your foot to the inside of your leg. And if you feel really balanced here, you could take your arms up, or you could bring them down to here.
So you could start like that or
Yeah.
off like that.
Yeah. Now Gigi mentioned we probably should never put our foot here on the inside of our knee because we could hurt our knee. So just leave it below here, or if you're really clever and you're one of the bigger kids, you can take it all the way up here. If you need some help, you can practice it on a wall.
Yeah, like
Or
you could do it on that.
you can practice with a friend.
So you could like hold on to someone and then
Like
you
this.
could
Do you want to hold my hand?
and then you could do
We
like
can practice together. Good work. All right, so now that we've done tree on one side, we always have to do
on the other
the other side. So let's practice tree. Start on your foot. I had the wobbles in too. And bring your foot to the inside of your leg. If you're feeling really balanced here, you can balance with a friend. You can take your arm up. Or if you want to take your leg all the way up to the inside of your leg, you can do that too. Good job. So you've just done a beautiful balance pose. So take a big breath in. Give your body a little shake. Then take our legs out nice and wide. Come all the way back to sitting, but we're going to do a squat. So taking your legs out wide, take your feet out a little bit. You're going to bend your knees. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees here. That's it, Gigi. Good job. Yeah, it's a good practice, this one, isn't it? That's it.
another exercise there, which is probably not
Come all the way to sun.
isn't there?
So we're going to finish up now because I think we're almost out of time. But we'll be back for some more yoga in a few more days. But before we finish, I always like to finish my yoga with a bit of a relaxation. So Gigi, I'm going to get you to lie down on your back. So this is what I would like you to do now that I leave you. Put some nice music on maybe. Come to lying on your back. Take your arms out to the side. Let your feet go floppy. And a bit like uncooked spaghetti. So when spaghetti is cooked and you bend it, it snaps. We don't want to be like that, do we? We want to be a bit like cooked spaghetti. So I'm going to just check that Gigi is a bit like cooked spaghetti. Yep. Yep, she is. So let your whole body go like cooked spaghetti. Close your eyes and just listen to the sounds around you and practice your belly breath. So breathing into your belly, you're going to take a big breath.
I know what I hear.
Your little brother.
Yeah.
And breath out. Big breath into your belly. And big breath out. And again, big breath into your belly. And big breath out. And think of all the things you're grateful for. And when you finish laying on your back and thought of all the things you're grateful for, maybe you can sit up and draw a picture and show mum or dad all the things you're grateful for. So to finish off, I'm going to get you to sit up, Gigi. Bring your hands together. And we'd like to say thank you to the Kindness Pandemic TV or YouTube channel for allowing us to share our yoga with you today. Oh, well, Gigi wants to wave to all of the kids out there, don't you, Gigi? So she just asked me if she could wave. So we're going to send you all a big wave. Hi.
Hi.
And we'd love you to go off and practice your yoga, wouldn't we, Gigi, like she does every single day. Namaste.
Namaste.
Have fun, everyone. Bye.
One. Awesome. Thank you so much, Monica from Tidal Yoga. And what an incredible little segment there for not only the little kids, but the big ones. Very, very important, obviously, with the current climate again, to be just keeping it very mindful and physically and mentally healthy. So thanks again, Monica.
Yeah, right on, Damo. Well said. And speaking of being mindful and physically and mentally healthy, we've actually got a dear friend of both of ours, Chantel, coming up next. And she's going to be teaching us some drawing. She has got a segment next week. So this is just an introductory class on the materials that you will need next week. But, you know, I'm not a great drawer. I'm going to own that one. I could use some practice. So I'm going to jump on and watch that for sure. But do tune in. And if you are into this kind of stuff, then definitely tune in next week as well for her segment there. So without further ado, over to you, Chantel.
All right. Hi, guys. Thanks for the handover. My name is Chantel, but call me Shan or Shani. It's a pleasure to be on the show, and I really want to say thank you to Kindness Pandemic for having me. I feel honoured and privileged to be a part of a bigger, wider idea and community, so happy to be here. So I will be running the mandala class next week. I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome, and I thought it'd be a good idea to run you through some equipment and some materials that you will need for the class, just so we're kind of prepared a little bit. First of all, I want to make sure that everybody has a grey lead pencil. These are super handy and you won't get by without one, in fact. Second thing is I definitely recommend some paint brushes, maybe just 2 or 3 different sizes. Small, medium and large are always good. You don't need them, but I recommend some watercolors, some really basic watercolors. They come in handy when you're drawing a background for a beautiful mandala. If you don't have any yet and you want to buy some, these cool little ones that come in pods, watercolor pods, are really amazing. They're awesome. And they come with a cute little lid like so, which you can actually turn into a mixing palette. But don't worry, not to worry if you don't have them. You can use one of these little recyclable lids as a mixing palette for your colors. If you don't have that, you can use pretty much anything that you have around the house, like even a plate or any plastic container, cup, and so on. What else do we need? We need, if you can find a protractor and a compass, these 2 little babies, these come in handy when you're creating an ultra awesome mandala design. And what else? We need a black fine liner. Now these are detrimental to finishing off your design. They come in handy, definitely. You can also use acrylic paints. I would recommend Matisse. It's a really good brand. It's up to you. You don't need them, once again. And the idea is, I guess, to make do with any materials and equipment that you do have around the house. And don't be deterred, don't worry if you don't have any of these, because we will find another option for you. I'll find something else for you to use that you can find around the house. Highly recommend as well a sketchbook. A3 is the best size, but if you have A4 or even just some plain paper would be great as well. Watercolor paper, even better. Oh, here we go, we've got a little friend. This is my cat Zuri, she might join us as well. And here are a couple of designs that you will get to try out next week. So this one's a plain black and white ink kind of design. Here's one where I experimented with color pencils, so that's also effective. You can use anything, textures even, create a really cool effect. I'm going to teach you how to create awesome watercolor backgrounds and then how to transfer your mandala design onto them, which is awesome. Even just a pencil design is quite effective as well. Here's one of my students' unfinished products, but a mixed media. So this one has watercolor and pencil, but as you can see, there's lots of versatility and lots of creativity skills that come up with all sorts of different designs. So in the meantime, I hope you guys can kind of get yourselves prepared and excited for the upcoming class, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, take care. See ya.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Chantel, for that. I know that I definitely need to work on my drawing skills, so I'll be in the longer section next week. I love the fact that whilst we can jump online and buy a bunch of different materials, that we can also just with what we have at our house. So you'll catch me with my Zoom crown, and I can't wait for that. Damo, mate, what have we got coming up next?
Oh, well, we've just had contact from Xavier from Wildlife Exposure again, and I think he's done feeding his little scallywag, his gorgeous little son, and he's going to continue his segment with the barking owls, and he's also got, I think, another little surprise for us to show the viewers. So please sit back and enjoy this next segment with Xavier from Wildlife Exposure.
G'day guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Where was I? I had Nina. Let me get her back out again. One moment, please. Nina, come on, girl. Come on, girl. All right, now, if I remember correctly, I was talking about her eyes. Now, these owls have large eyes to help them track their prey, of course, see in the dark, and they have the ability to move their neck because their eyes are so large, they don't have any muscles in their eye socket to move their eye, and that's all birds of prey. So they're unable to move their eyes, so they compensate by moving their head. So she can swivel her head 180 that way and 180 the other to help track her prey. So they've got pretty much 360 degrees, so they're able to see all around them. Beautifully adapted to track small animals at night or even during the day. So I don't know if I mentioned, but this owl is also partly diurnal. So diurnal meaning they can be active during the day as well as at night. Predominantly she is nocturnal. She's having to fly around. So meaning she comes out at night. I love that noise she makes. That's her chattery kind of feed me call. Once she's on the glove, she makes that noise a lot more often. Now, we do have these little jessies, they're called, on her ankles, and they're there just so when we do go out, we can secure her, so she's not going to fly away from me and I'm going to lose her. But generally, she has been trained to sit in the glove. As you can see, she's quite well behaved, and she's very relaxed around people. You see, give her a little scratch. Sometimes she doesn't mind a little scratch in the head. Look at that. She loves it. She loves it. Nina. Hey, they're very affectionate owls, the barking owls. I have other owls I might introduce you to on another episode, whereas they're not very touchy-feely. They don't like me touching them, but they will sit on the glove and we can have a good look at one, but not the bark. The barking owl loves a pat and a scratch. Look at her. Hey, good girl. You look at her scratching her head. Oh, such a sweetie, isn't she? Look at that. Hey? Okay. I'll pop her away and I'll introduce you to another animal that I did have here that I want to talk about. So, all right, I'll give her a chicken as a treat. Here we go. All right, here we go. This little chicken she gets. There you go. Good girl. Off you go. And we're talking about hollows in forests and how important they are. So I thought I'd talk about another animal that is a threatened species here in Victoria, again due to habitat loss. And it is around issues to do with their nesting sites. So just excuse me one moment, I'll have to just jump over to the next aviary to get out this little possum I'd like to show you. So this is a possum known as a squirrel glider. We get squirrel gliders where I'm living here in Torquay and through Victoria, but the squirrel glider is pretty much the same looking possum, but just a little bit bigger, and they're found more in the northeastern parts of Victoria, so not here in the southern parts. So excuse me a second, I'm just going to jump over to the next aviary and grab out my little friend Luna. So excuse me. Thanks for that, guys. So this is little Luna. Isn't she gorgeous? She's the cutest little thing. And these little possums are gliders. So they're able to glide up to 100 meters. I mean, you look at this gorgeous little fragile looking creature gliding 100 meters through the air. So not flying, but gliding. It's like falling with style. I used to be told by someone I work with, I thought it was a little great analogy, but yeah, they jump out of a tree, stretching out their arms. They're known as a wrist wing glider. So I don't know if you can see there, but there's a bit of skin, that skin, oh, look at that. That stretchy bit of skin folds out as she jumps and helps her glide through the air. And that piece of skin under their arm we call a patagium, a thin layer of skin for gliding. Now she's going to actually jump onto the shelf just here, right over the camera. You might get a really cool example of that skin membrane opening up. Their tails are big and fluffy. That's why they do call this species a squirrel glider. And that fluffy tail helps them to steer themselves through the air as they're gliding. Now I did mention they need the nesting sites, the hollows of dead trees. And what's interesting with this particular species, being a little bit bigger than a sugar glider, they need slightly larger hollows, which are the same size hollows as the introduced pests the Indian miners like to use. So if you've heard of Indian miners, they're an introduced bird, and they nest in the hollows that these possums would use. Also, rainbow lorikeets. You think, well, rainbow lorikeets are native. They are, but not to Victoria. They've only actually migrated down into Victoria over the last 10 to 15 years. And by doing so, they've taken up habitat they would not normally have taken up. And rainbow lorikeets, if you know these birds, are very gregarious, very loud, very aggressive little birds in a lot of ways. And so they are outcompeting these little possums for nesting sites. So even native animals, when I guess moving around in different environments. Here she goes, she's gonna do it for us. So, oh, here we go, she's gonna, whoa! What an example right there. She's jumped, and I don't know if you could see that. I'll try and get her down again before she scurries off into the shelf here. Well done, Lena, good girl. So this is a marsupial too. So a marsupial being an animal with a pouch, like a kangaroo, a koala, or a wombat. Possums are also marsupials. So she has little joeys, 1 to 2 joeys, twice a year. And those little joeys, once big enough, will crawl onto her back and ride on her back. She's going to do it again before they would then leave their mother. But they do live in family groups too. So, oh, Lena. I'm going to put her back to bed. She's trying to jump away from me to go into hide into a dark space. I'm going to put her back to bed. But thanks so much, guys, for having me on today. And I look forward to sharing more of our beautiful animals with you. We're really stoked to be part of this. So thanks again to the Kindness Pandemic. And look, please, if you are interested in what we do, check us out on Facebook or Instagram. wildlifeexposure.com.au is our website. We've also set up a new YouTube channel, Wild Kids Vids, making some fun videos with the family. So if you like what we do, check them out, subscribe to our channel, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. So ciao. Thanks, guys. All the best.
Whoa, how was that little guy, eh? That was crazy.
Oh my God, that was so rad. That was so unexpected too.
Yeah, well, I guess that's wildlife for you, eh? It's just kind of the magic of wildlife. But thank you, Xav, for jumping back on and finding the time to support Kindness Pandemic TV and support Ocean Mind as well. Yeah, really, really love all the work that you're doing. So if anyone is keen to get a little bit more insight as to what Wildlife Exposure do, just head over to their Instagram handles, social media, and all the rest. We know the protocol. So, Tom, what have we got up next?
Awesome. Thanks, Damon. Thanks again, Xav. Up next, we've actually got Phaedra, who's going to be teaching us some mindfulness practice, almost like a mindfulness flow. So stuff that you can just do throughout the day, anytime, anywhere. If you are feeling a bit down and out or a bit tired, this is really good for you in those moments. So without further ado, let's get straight on over. Over to you, Phaedra.
Tom and Damo and the Kindness Pandemic TV for having me on the show today. My name's Phaedra, and I'm going to guide you through a 5-minute yoga and meditative movement practice to support you to connect with the earth, to get grounded, to connect with your body and how you're feeling in this moment, and to shift your mood, to get things moving a little bit. So just noticing in the beginning how you're feeling. And we're going to draw our attention down to the soles of our feet. So wherever you're standing, just lift your toes and start to move those toes back down to the surface. Begin to shift your weight gently towards the balls and the heels of the feet. and start to move from side to side. So we're finding out where our foundation is. And you'll notice at some point that it feels really stable and alive. So when you're at that point, just pause. There'll still be some movement. Give your hands and arms a shake. Beautiful. And then start to draw your attention from those stable feet grounding into the earth through the midline of the body. So you can imagine you're like a tree and the feet are your roots and they're really drawing down into the earth. And your body is like the trunk and you're rising up and your arms can reach up now and extend up to the sky, twinkling your fingers. Beautiful. So you've got this connection with the earth and this connection with the sky and the connection through the center of the body. Beautiful. And then we're going to fold down, bending the knees, placing the hands to the thighs. We're going to move like a wave, lengthening the front body, and then curling in through the pubic bone and the chin, arcing the back body. Few movements like that. There's no strain, we're just moving gently. Knees are a little soft. And then we're rolling up slowly, reaching the arms out wide, and they could come forward if that's more comfortable for you, or up. Again, extend from the soles of the feet right up through to the fingertips. Lower the hands down. Step back with this right leg. Use a chair for support if you need to. Bend both knees, reaching the arms forward. Imagine you're reaching out to grab your friend's hands. Bringing this right arm out. Expanding now from the chest to the fingertips, the chest to the back of the hands. Beautiful. Bring the palms together as you start to rotate forward. Feet are out wide, sinking down through the hips, shifting a little from side to side. Let's bring the arms out wide here, twinkling the fingers and feeling into our fingertips, keeping connected with the soles of the feet. We'll rotate around to the right, both knees bent, palms up, extending from the middle of the back to the fingertips. Once you're stable, you can reach this left arm out, and we expand, perhaps looking over that left shoulder. Beautiful. Coming back to this wide-legged stance. Turning both toes in, knees are soft, hands to the thighs, gazing up. And then folding down just to where you start to feel a stretch. Either retaining the hands on the thighs or you could hold onto the elbows. Let your torso swing gently from side to side. At the end of the next out-breath, rolling up. Slowly. Bringing your feet in. Taking a breath out. Shaking the body. Slowing that down. Feeling the feet into the earth. Weight shifts towards the left leg, palms together. Steady your eyes. When you're focusing your eyes, your mind starts to steady. The eyes being like an extension of the brain. You can bring that right heel into the inner calf. And for those of you who feel steady and supported, bring that foot up either above or below the knee. Taking a few moments here, steadying our eyes. Perhaps reaching the arms out and coming back down with the hands, shifting the weight to the other leg. Eyes are steady. You can keep the heel there or bring it up. Bringing the arms out or up. Palms together. We'll bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. Softening the belly into your hands, softening the body. Knees soft, body starts to feel a little bit fluid. allowing your breath to meet your hands. So you're feeling that sensation of your belly and your chest underneath your hands. Noticing any textures, noticing the temperature. You might like to close your eyes here and start to feel a sensation of the shape of your body. Notice how you're feeling, what has shifted, what's come into your awareness, and what's been released. Taking a big breath, long breath out. One more of those, this time with a bit of sound. Giving everything a bit of a shake. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you notice a difference from that practice, and I invite you to get in touch through my website www.thaedra.com.au or to follow me on Instagram @Phaedra_. Thank you, have a great day. See ya.
Thank you so much, Phaedra, for guiding us through that mindfulness flow. Yeah, I know, listen, I know I can personally get a little bit caught up in things and overwhelmed, and things like that can definitely put me back on track. And I know, Tom, you have some similar kind of guidance techniques and things that you do to keep you going as well.
Yeah, thanks, Damo, and thanks again, Phaedra. Spot on. You know, we're sitting here right now as viewers. You probably know this. We're in two different towns. Damo, Torquay, myself, Geelong. We're on a Wi-Fi system, and things don't always go to plan. So, you know, I could personally use this mindfulness. I'm about to punch my computer screen, to be honest. But you know, I've taken a big breath, and I've actually utilised some of those techniques already because, you know, let me tell you, it can be stressful. But look, thanks again, Phaedra. We'll get going. Next up, we've got Daniel Aaron for his second section, which is awesome. You know, again, a very talented young man, and we can't wait to see more of his music. So without further ado, you've seen him once. He's all time. Straight over to you, Daniel. Show us what you got.
All right. I hope we're doing well. How are we? My name's Daniel Aaron. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for joining. Big ups to Kindness Pandemic for having me here for another little segment. This time I'm going to play a song that I don't really ever play, and it's called Guest. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you've all been doing well in this crazy time. Stay safe. Take it easy. My name's Daniel Aaron. You can catch me on all the socials if you like. And big ups to Kindness Pandemic for having me. Cheers.
Mr. Daniel Aaron, once again proving that what an incredible musician he is. And so young as well. I just can't wait to see what the future holds for this man and where he's going to go with his music. So anyone out there, if you do enjoy those sweet, sweet sounds, then please follow him on all his social media handles. Now, listen, that just about wraps it up for us, Tom. Before we do go, just wanted to once again mention the fact that there is a donate button just below there somewhere, and all profits are going to an incredible charity, Ocean Mind, as well as being distributed out to all of those who provided segments today.
Yeah, that's right, Dano. Thank you so much. And thanks again for everyone that was here to watch for our first episode ever. Look, if you have enjoyed what you've seen and you think that you have got something to share or deliver that's of any value for the greater community, we are open to getting 1-minute videos from yourself. You know, as we said, we are entertaining and engaging with all of these people around. So send us through a video. We'll get to it when we can. Outside of that, thank you so much to everyone that's been on today, all the presenters, all the facilitators, all of the musos, whatever you did, it was fantastic. We love you. To our team, there's the behind the scenes team with all of this stuff here, so we couldn't have done this without them. And naturally, we couldn't have done this without you, the viewer. So thanks so much. We'll see you whenever the next one is. Could be a week, could be a fortnight, but whenever that may be, we look forward to it. So thanks again.
Absolutely. Thanks for that, Tom. And we will see you very soon. Thanks for tuning in.